When you're betting on sports, you eventually have to stop blaming your misses on bad luck. Because most of the time, what it is bad research. And now you're not alone, because unfortunately, most bettors are falling into the same cycle where they're looking at the last 5, last 10 games, the hit rates, and everything that is very surface level research. A player doesn't hit because of some magic pattern. They actually hit because of the context behind the pick. That's the rest, the injuries, the pace, the minutes, everything that goes into that matchup. That's the real game behind the numbers here. And that's exactly why Outlier has built game scripting. It now allows you to add context to your pick and start doing more in-depth research. So now you can stop betting blind and actually start predicting and feeling confident in what you are actually putting your money on. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this game scripting tool works on Outlier and how you can start simulating different versions of games before they actually happen. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Once you get here to Outlier's dashboard, what we're going to be breaking down in this video is a player prop. So on the left-hand side, go to the props section, and then now we can go ahead and start game scripting some of these props. And really what I recommend is going ahead and setting just some basic filters. So one of my favorites, again, is looking at a favorable matchup. And again, the idea with this is that obviously if we want a players under, then we want this number to be lower. But if we want a players over, then we want this number to obviously be higher, right? And then from there, really, you can go ahead and start diving into all of these different propositions: points plus rebounds plus assists, whatever you wanted to look at. So for the purpose of this video, let's take a look at rebounds plus assists. So again, on this left-hand sidebar, you are given all of the favorable matchups for today, buttloads of information, but you can't just rely on that alone. So for instance, let's go ahead and just dive into this Lauri Markkanen play. And then now this is where we're going to go ahead and start game scripting. So that menu is already popped up for me, but if you don't see that, just click this button. And now this is where you can go ahead and start game scripting. So right now, this is the under 8.5, but maybe what I wanted to do is look at the over 8.5. So go to your alt lines, click on the over 8.5, and we can go ahead and start working with this, right? So first thing that we see here is our days of rest. If you click that drop down, it'll tell you what he's currently going into for this matchup, which is just a 1 day of rest, right? So let me back out really quick so you can go ahead and kind of see how this chart is changing as I'm editing some of this. So you can see that overall, just in his last 10, he's hit this over in only 4 out of his last 10. But how is he done whenever he has at least a day of rest? Well, you can see that that number actually goes down for us, but we want to do a little bit more research. So if we look at the games without player or maybe with the player, see if there's any injuries in this game. So you can see that he already has 2 of his teammates who are ruled out for this game. So let's see how he does versus Walker Kessler when Walker Kessler is out. How is he performing in these matchups? So you can already see that it's a little bit better coming up here at 43%. Now, if we look at these matchups, you can see that he's really only played 1 game without Walker Kessler this year and has cleared it just fine. Now, again, you may wonder, okay, Walker Kessler's out, he's a starter. What does that mean for how Utah is going to perform? We can see here that the spread is already listed at 9.5. So let's just say that they lost by 9, right? Now you can instantly see that he has hit in the last 2 games without Walker Kessler, where they've lost by at least 9 points. You can go down here also to the supporting stats and see all of these different things: potential assists, potential rebounds, right? Minutes. Even if we look at his minutes, you can see that he's averaged at least 54.5 minutes in these 34.5 minutes in these games. So let's just bump this up to 34.5, and then we'll remove some of the other filters and see how he's done. So let's just bump it up to 35 even, change that all the way back down to 0. You can see that again in his matchups where he's had at least 1 day of rest without Walker Kessler and played at least 35 minutes. He's hit both of those matchups. Maybe we want to see how he doesn't play off of any rest alone. He's still clearing this quite easily. So you can see that, again, if we removed all of these filters, he's only hit that in 40%. But if we go ahead and we add in all of these filters that we're seeing, where, again, they lost by at least 9, we're seeing 100% hit rate. Maybe we want to see, again, he plays at least 34 minutes, right? He's hit two in a row anytime. And even on the right-hand side, you can see that, yes, overall, this Detroit team allows the least amount of assists overall in all of the NBA, but maybe we want to look at just that power forward position that Lauri Markkanen is and see how he performs in that. Well, you can see that both of these are favorable matchups coming in at 21 and 22. Let me zoom back in so that way you can get a better look at that. But 21 and 22, very favorable matchups for him to go over. So again, if you were to reset all of these filters, this doesn't necessarily show you everything that you want to see, clearing only 40%. This is very surface level research, but whenever we start to add those filters, it only gets better for us. Really, this idea is exactly what separates the average bettor from the sharp bettors. You're not really just guessing based on the surface level stats. You're building kind of a realistic game script, which is exactly what we want to do whenever we click this drop down here, and we can go ahead and start taking a really deeper dive into it and predicting exactly how this matchup could unfold. Because again, let's be completely honest, a 70% hit rate is obviously nice, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if all of those games are in completely different situations. So to tie all of this together, it's time to stop blaming your bad luck and to start fixing the research. And that starts here with the game scripting tool. Just by simply adding context to your picks, that's exactly how you start betting smarter and not really working that much harder. All of this to say that you can now see the why behind the bets that you were placing and feeling the confidence that you should whenever you place those bets. Now, if you still have some questions about this after you've watched this video, please drop those down in the comments below and we'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. You can also reach us out to us on socials as well. Either way, we want to be able to help y'all become better sports bettors. Anyways, though, best of luck this NBA season, and I'll see y'all in the next one.